Hello everyone, it is Ryan with Frontline Animal Removal. And I want to give you advice about buying a home or building a home. And my experience with wild animals has taught me a lot about construction because shoddy, terrible, awful construction is a recipe for wildlife invasion. Half the time I'm getting a job where an animal has infiltrated a building is because someone did a bad job or took a shortcut. Now, when you're going to have a house built, don't cheap out. Because if you cheap out, you're going to have problems potentially with animals, but you're going to have problems elsewhere. And I bring this subject up today because I was just at a house. It's a nice house. It's a big house. It's an expensive house. And the construction on that house was terrible. Absolutely terrible. I walked around the house once in about a minute period of time, and I spotted problems everywhere with the soffit, with the siding, with the trim work. Now, just a quick glance by the average person, the house looks fantastic. But when you start looking at where the materials come together, the joint work and the siding, where there's transitions in the roof line, you can see where the contractors took shortcuts or just plain didn't do it right. And the reason why I was at this house is they have squirrels. And how did the squirrels get in? They got in because in one of the areas of the soffit was not nailed down. No nails whatsoever. And the soffit was put in with too large gaps, and it fell out, and the squirrels moved in. Now, if this house would have been built correctly from the get-go, I wouldn't be there. The house isn't even very old either. I would say it's a probably 15, 20-year-old home, which in Northeast Ohio is fairly young. And I was noticing siding coming unzipped in spots and wavy siding. And, when you're spending a whole lot of money on a house, you shouldn't be having problems like that. So for those of you in the market for a home, take the time to look at how the exterior siding, brick, whatever it is, and the windows and the roof, and how all those joints appear. All those joints between all those different materials should be nice and tight. You shouldn't see a lot of streaking. You shouldn't see any staining on the soffits. Everything should look crisp, even, and square. And if you're noticing large gaps, if you're noticing sagging areas, the wildlife is going to notice that and move in. And if you think about it, if you're seeing problems with the way the house is put together, there's probably going to be issues with the interior structure of the home and maybe with the utilities of the home, and that could lead to future problems. So it's very important, no matter how expensive, no matter how big, no matter how fancy or small a home is, to always take a look at the quality construction, because that quality construction may cost you in the future. So that's my advice that was, brought to me by animals taking advantage of poor quality construction. Thank you.